My brothers and my sisters, I stand before you today not with bitterness, not with hate, not with the despair that so often grips the hearts of the forgotten, but with a fierce urgency of now. For too long the voices of justice have been silenced, the cries for dignity have gone unheard, and the rights of citizens have been locked behind the iron gate of indifference. But I say to you today, give us the ballot. Give us the ballot, and we will not just vote. We will raise up cities of righteousness. We will elect leaders of character. We will shape policies that heal the broken and uplift the poor. We do not seek power for pride. We seek the power to serve, to love, to build a nation where every voice counts and every soul is sacred. Give us the ballot, and we will transform the trembling hope of the people into the shining reality of freedom. Give us the ballot, and we shall end the reign of injustice with the power of righteous votes. For far too long, injustice has walked unchallenged through the halls of power, unbothered by the cries of the people. It has worn a robe of legality while denying the law of love, hiding behind policies and procedures that keep the oppressed in chains. But when the people are given the ballot, we are not given just a piece of paper. We are handed a sacred instrument of transformation. That ballot carries the weight of every broken promise, every violated right, every tear shed by a mother who sent her son into a world that refused to see his worth. And we say, let that reign of injustice tremble, for when the ballot is in our hands, we will not choose vengeance, we will choose vision. Give us the ballot, and we shall speak through the silence that has long surrounded our pain. We shall speak through the vote, not with violence, but with virtue. We shall elect not those who serve themselves, but those who serve justice. The ballot is more than a right. It is a responsibility. It is the means by which we write history, not in ink that fades, but in action that endures. Let the ballot be our reply to every door that has been shut in our face. Let it be our answer to the politicians who smile at cameras and sneer at communities. Let it be the echo of our ancestors' prayers and the shout of our children's dreams. With the ballot, we can challenge a system that was not built for us, but will be changed by us. The laws that once held us down can be rewritten by our hands if only our hands are given the right to hold the pen, and that pen in this democracy is the ballot. It is the quiet storm that topples corruption, the soft, spoken truth that speaks louder than oppression. It is our tool to end segregation not just in schools, but in the soul of a nation. When we say, give us the ballot, we are not begging, we are declaring that we are no longer content to be passengers on the road to justice. We demand the steering wheel. We refuse to accept a democracy that excludes the very voices that need it most. We will not be silenced in the land our forefathers helped build with blood and tears. When we vote not only for ourselves. We vote for the voiceless, the vulnerable, the vanished dreams of those who were told to wait. Give us the ballot, and we shall vote against hate and for hope. We shall vote for schools that teach truth, for hospitals that heal all, for streets where every child walks safely. We shall vote to rebuild broken systems, restore broken spirits, and renew broken trust. The ballot is our shield and our sword. It is the light in the darkness, the justice in the chaos. And when we are given that power, we will not misuse it, we will not waste it. We will wield it like a hymn for freedom sung in every tongue, in every city, in every heart that dares to believe that justice is not a dream deferred, but a dream delivered through the determined will of a people awakened. Give us the ballot, and we will elect leaders who fear no truth and serve no hate. We will raise up men and women who do not tremble in the face of justice, who do not shrink when the light of truth exposes the cracks in our systems. For too long, we have watched elected officials speak the language of peace but legislate in the language of prejudice. Too many have chosen silence when they should have spoken, comfort when they should have stood up, and popularity when they should have chosen principle. But when we are given the ballot, we will change not only the laws of the land, but the character of its leadership. We do not ask for the ballot to empower the loudest, but to uplift the honest. We do not seek to replace one form of corruption with another, but to cleanse the very foundation of our political order. We want leaders who walk among the people, not above them, leaders who listen before they speak, who serve before they command. When we cast our votes, we cast them for those who walk with courage into the storm of injustice, not those who hide behind polished speeches and carefully staged appearances. The ballot is our opportunity to anoint not the powerful, but the purposeful. When we are given the ballot, we will refuse to follow those who traffic in division, who win elections by stoking fear and deepening wounds. Instead, we will seek those whose vision unites, whose values are rooted in love, and whose hearts beat with the rhythm of the people they serve. We will choose leadership that does not ask, "How will this benefit me?" but asks, "How will this heal the community?" Leadership that does not measure success by polls and donations, but by dignity restored, by hope rekindled, by justice extended. Give us the ballot, and we will search for leaders in the classrooms and community halls, not just in boardrooms and backrooms. We will recognize greatness in the humble, the wise, the unshakably kind. We will find those who carry the scars of struggle and the strength of survival, those who understand what it means to go without and still believe in giving back. With the ballot, we will say no to the politics of ego and yes to the politics of empathy. We need leaders who fear no truth because they stand on the side of truth, who do not distort facts for convenience, but reveal them for clarity. We need voices in power who do not tremble when confronted with the ugly realities of our society, but confront them boldly, knowing that truth is not a threat but a path to transformation. And we need leaders who serve no hate, not in their hearts, not in their rhetoric, not in their policies. Leaders who refuse to demonize the poor, the immigrant, the different. Leaders who speak of love not as a slogan, but as a principle that governs how they govern. The ballot gives us that power, the power to remove those who divide and elevate those who unite. The power to move beyond empty promises to meaningful progress. The power to turn elections into expressions of our deepest hopes, not our darkest fears. When the people are given the ballot, they become the authors of the nation's future. We will not choose those who bow to hate's demands or tremble before truth's light. We will raise up a new kind of leader, brave, just, humble, and true. Give us the ballot, and we will build courthouses where justice rolls down like waters. We will construct temples of law that do not serve the privileged few, but protect the rights of the many. We will raise up judges who are not bound by bias, who do not tremble before power, and who do not close their ears to the cries of the poor. For too long, justice in this nation has been a river dammed by discrimination, redirected by corruption, and poisoned by prejudice. But when we are given the ballot, we will restore its flow. We will clear the channels of fairness, dignity, and due process until justice is no longer a whispered hope but a roaring stream, The ballot is not just a tool for electing politicians, it is a tool for shaping the entire moral architecture of society. Through it, we can place in power those who appoint judges, those who shape laws, those who decide how fairly a man or woman will be treated in the court of law. We have seen what happens when those in power are allowed to select judges who see through the lens of color, wealth, or gender. We have felt the weight of sentences that were longer not because of the crime, but because of the skin. We have watched as verdicts were rendered not by truth, but by tradition twisted to protect the powerful. But with the ballot in our hands, we will no longer be passive witnesses. We will be active architects of a better system. We will elect those who believe that a courthouse should be a sanctuary of justice, not a fortress of inequality. We will appoint judges who read not only the letter of the law, but the spirit in which justice was born. Judges who understand that true justice uplifts, restores, and redeems, who see the humanity in every defendant, the worth in every victim, and the responsibility in every ruling. We will demand that justice is not delayed, not denied, and never distorted. With the ballot, we will challenge every stone of every courthouse that has stood silently while the innocent suffered. We will vote in prosecutors who value fairness over conviction rates. We will support public defenders who are given the tools to fight for those who cannot afford to fight for themselves. We will reform the system not by destroying it, but by renewing it, rooting out the rot and planting seeds of righteousness in its place. Give us the ballot, and we will open the doors of the courthouse to all. No longer will it be a place where the poor fear to walk, where the immigrant finds only suspicion, where the accused is presumed guilty by the color of his skin. It will be a place where truth is honored, where lies are exposed, and where no man stands alone before the law. We will build institutions that reflect the best of our ideals, not the worst of our history. We will restore faith in justice not through slogans, but through action, through appointments, through votes that echo our demand for fairness. The courthouse will no longer be a monument to inequality, but a living proof that when the people are given the ballot, they can bend the arc of history closer to the heart of justice. Give us the ballot, and we will silence the voice of bigotry with ballots, not bullets. For we have learned that real power does not come through the barrel of a gun or the violence of rage. It comes through the conscience of a people awakened and the courage of a vote cast in truth. Bigotry has roared through our history like a storm unchecked, its voice loud in the streets, loud in the courtrooms, loud in the laws that separate and suppress. But its voice is not eternal. Its echo can be silenced, not by matching hate with hate, not by drawing blood for blood, but by rising higher with the power of democracy rightly claimed and rightly used. When you give us the ballot, you give us the shield to defend our dignity and the sword to cut down systems built to deny us. We do not seek revenge, we seek restoration. We do not seek to answer violence with more violence. We seek to answer it with values strong enough to withstand the fire. We believe in a better way, not because we are naive, but because we are bold enough to believe that love, dignity, and determination can outlast every lie hatred has ever told. The ballot gives us the voice to say no more. No more to policies that dehumanize, no more to leaders who divide, no more to systems that ignore suffering unless it profits from it. The ballot is how we strike back without striking. It is how we march without marching into war. It is how we build walls not to divide, but to protect the rights of every citizen regardless of race, religion, or background. Give us the ballot, and we will drown out the chants of hate with the harmony of justice. We will walk into voting booths not as victims, but as visionaries. We will write on every ballot our demand to be seen, to be heard, to be treated as equals not just in theory, but in practice. We know the voice of bigotry well. It has tried to silence us in classrooms, churches, courtrooms, and in the public square. It has shouted that we are less, that we are other, that we do not belong, but our answer is not destruction, it is determination. It is participation. It is showing up in such numbers, with such unity, that the lies of hate can no longer hold their ground. We will replace the noise of hatred with the voice of the people rising like thunder in every state and every city. We will vote with memory in our hearts and fire in our souls, not to punish, but to protect the dreams of the generations yet to come. Give us the ballot, and we will prove that true strength lies not in threats, but in truth. That the most radical act in a world full of division is to cast a vote with love as its foundation and justice as its aim. Let the ballot box become the altar at which bigotry is buried and equality is born again. Let each vote we cast speak louder than the voices that try to hold us back. For in the power of the ballot, we do not just make choices, we make change, and we do so with the resolve that no weapon formed against our freedom shall prosper when our hands hold the key to our future. Give us the ballot, and we will write a new chapter, one of dignity, equality, and unshakable freedom. A chapter that rises from the ashes of injustice. A chapter that is not marred by the stains of segregation, oppression, and silence, but one that glows with the light of hope, truth, and shared humanity. The ballot is more than a piece of paper. It is the pen with which we etch the dreams of the many into the story of the nation. When we vote, we are not just choosing leaders. We are choosing values. We are choosing direction. We are choosing the future that our children will inherit. This chapter will not be written by those who benefit from division, who profit from fear, or who thrive in the shadows of discrimination. It will be written by those who believe that every human being is born with infinite worth, who believe that the arc of the moral universe does not bend by itself. It must be pulled by the hands of the people. With the ballot in our hands, we will pull it. We will write a new story where no child is judged unworthy of opportunity because of the neighborhood they live in. We will write a story where no worker is denied respect because of the work they do. We will write a story where liberty is not limited to the privileged, but promised to the many. Give us the ballot, and we will not simply amend laws. We will awaken conscience. We will bring light into places where darkness has long prevailed. We will make sure that this chapter speaks of a country where voting rights are not protected for some and denied to others, but honored for all, where the elderly are not turned away from polling places and the young are not discouraged from using their voice, where access to the vote is not a battle, but a birthright, because when we write this chapter, we will write it with everyone in mind. The farmer, the teacher, the janitor, the artist, the dreamer, the forgotten. With the ballot, we will tell the truth that has too often been hidden, that democracy is not real when it is only for a few, that freedom is a hollow sound when it does not echo through every community, that equality is not complete until it is enforced by the systems that govern our daily lives. The ballot is how we shift from a history of pain to a future of purpose. It is how we dismantle the barriers erected by hate and indifference. It is how we breathe life into the promises of our Constitution, making them real not just in speeches, but in schools, in jobs, in housing, in health care, in every place where dignity must be defended. When we are given the ballot, we are given the opportunity to change what has long been broken. We are given the power to say that our nation is not finished, that her best days are not behind her, but before her. That the voices of the people will ring louder than the noise of division, that this new chapter will not be written by the few for the many, but by the many for all. We will write it with the ink of courage, with the grammar of justice, and with the punctuation of hope that does not waver. Give us the ballot, and we will not turn back the pages. We will write forward, with our heads held high and our hearts set on a future worthy of the sacrifices that brought us here.